one more to improve.
Yes, improvements are ongoing, so feel free. Yes.
Yeah. The privacy.
Yes.
Between the two villas.
Yes.
I wish if you can have the more, the plant or the tree, whatever.
Yes. The spa was really nice relaxation, a nice experience to include. But now guests are expecting good yoga, they're expecting good meditation, and they're expecting higher level of wellness experiences because they've been exposed to more and their lifestyles have adapted.
Oh, another thing, I like it.
However.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the Arrival podcast on the Hotel Vietnam, the number one postcard in the hospitality industry in Vietnam. And welcome to beautiful and unique resort in Hội An, Namia.
Thank you.
Welcome Michelle, the lady, the person who currently manage and run this beautiful resort. Thank you for your time being with us today, Michelle.
Thank you so much for coming here and spending time with us.
Yeah. We have lovely time here. Tell us a little bit about your career. How did you get into the hospitality industry?
Yes. So I grew up in a very small town with not a single hotel. So I have no idea how I got into hospitality.
Really?
So I think somehow life leads you where you need to go.
Yeah.
So I studied hotel management, and I discovered with hotel management I can start to travel and work abroad. So that's really opened the world to me. I also had no intentions of coming to Vietnam. I did not really know much about Vietnam when I arrived. An opportunity opened up here, and I thought it's a good chance to get experience in Asia. And then turned out I fell in love with Vietnam, and 20 years later, the hospitality, I'm still here.
Actually, Michelle has been living in Vietnam and particularly in Hội An almost for 20 years.
Correct.
Yeah.
So I really consider Hội An home.
Because it's a lovely place also. My family also like this place very much.
Yes.
But share us a little bit what drew you to a wellness industry in general. Yeah.
Yes. I think I also didn't have much knowledge in the wellness industry till I came to Vietnam. And when I got here, I was exposed to the Asian spa culture. And from that, there was a natural progression and a natural interest to explore more and more. Bringing that into hospitality, I saw initially it was almost just business. It was like, oh, it's a way to extend the guest stay. Let's do it. Let's try to move a 3-night stay to a 5-night stay. And, through that experience, I saw the impact to the guests. I met practitioners, and I started to adopt that for myself to say, I really enjoy this and I want to know more.
To my memory, you start working at Life Resort before. We have the mutual friend Jean-Luc, who founder of the Life Resort chain.
Yes, correct.
At Hội An.
Correct. So I started at Life Resort Hội An, which was then bought over by Anantara. And with Anantara, I worked in Bangkok as regional spa director. And from there, Luc actually opened a resort in Vietnam, and he was going to do spa inclusive, and he asked if I was interested in that. And so without hesitation, because I preferred Hội An to Bangkok, I said yes.
Actually, Michelle, you to work for one of the most famous wellness spa resort in Vietnam. It was Fusion Maya in Da Nang, and also the resort I love very much. And also it was the first spa inclusive resort in Asia. Is this correct?
Correct. So I started there with the Fusion Group for 10 years, and at that time we really built Fusion Maya to be the flagship property. And it was the pioneer in the spa inclusive concept. And as you create a new concept like that, you face many challenges that you must overcome. But also you start to see what the guests really want in their lives and in their stay. And I think as we see how the guests' modern life is progressing, we have to learn from that and adapt the hospitality to that. You know, for example, at that time, just the spa was really nice relaxation, a nice experience to include. But now, guests are expecting good yoga. They're expecting good meditation, and they're expecting higher level of wellness experiences because they've been exposed to more and their lifestyles have adapted. And obviously, even in terms of how we have become more stressed, more busy, we need a deeper relaxation, and we need more to be able to just bring us down back into our natural state.
At that time, I remember a lot of not international traveler and Vietnamese people also would love to book a Fusion Maya because a new concept. People can have spa included in the package, and then just and people was very, very happy with the way you are doing. And I remember still for my case, sometimes it's not easy for me to book spa because it's all the time and busy.
It's very popular.
And busy.
Yes. So I think what is interesting about that, it's a bit of a marketing mindset also. You know, when someone has to pay for spa, they almost feel there's always some blockage. Maybe it's money that I could assign somewhere else, maybe to my kids. Maybe I'm too busy. I shouldn't take this time for myself. The wives feel guilty. So the way we've packaged it in that you are entitled to this every day takes away all that guilt.
Exactly.
And you just think, you know, I should do it. It's included. I should. And then when you do it, you realize how important that self-care is to you. Even more important than the included breakfast every day. This value of our time for ourselves is more important.
I had to say it is very smart and a very good idea. Working at Fusion Maya, I think that it was your milestone in your career. And what did you learn from the first experience exactly in the full spa inclusive for the resort?
My goodness, I learned so much. I think in terms of the guest experience, I saw them on arrival day and I saw them on departure day. And I saw every guest every day from arrival to departure. Their whole bodies softened. Their faces were softer. There was a complete different relaxed state in that. And so that really convinced me that this is the way to go.
And also today we are recording the podcast with you also at Namia, very beautiful resort. And at your back also is quite a unique bridge.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the resort and the idea and the bridge?
Yes. So when I left Fusion, I thought no more hotels for me. I'm just going to do wellness only. And then Mr. Nam, the owner of this land, came along. So that was already 5 years ago. And we walked this empty land of the island. And we just felt that this is such a special location. So with that vision of Mr. Nam, it was very easy for me to say, yes, I'm happy to join this. So we really wanted to prioritize sustainability and well-being. And more importantly, with the love of Hội An that we have, we wanted to showcase Hội An specifically to really show a new way of experiencing Hội An. And Hội An was an ancient trading port. So this location is really known for bringing people together from all over the world. And a bridge or a connection between two worlds at that time and that age of discovery and exploration. So this bridge is also that. It's just connecting these two worlds. We're allowing the exploration and discovery here, but on the island we're allowing exclusive peace and relaxation. And the bridge itself was inspired by these nipa leaves of these palms living next to the forest.
I see. Now I can understand why you have such a unique bridge.
Yes. And looks beautiful at night time, so you have to come again.
Actually, yesterday I walked through and I see that how nice it was. Tell us more about the Namia. What is your philosophy behind this resort?
So as I mentioned, it was really a story of Hội An. So when we researched, we saw that there were three main themes of Hội An that we wanted to tell in a new way. The first one was called Crafting with Nature. And so Crafting with Nature was all about the artisans and the craftsmen. You know, we've got so much pottery villages, bronze making villages, wood carving villages, and everything on our doorstep in Hội An. So we can have a lot of these kind of things custom made for us, and they tell a local story. The second one was Life by the River, because we really have this river culture. The fishermen nets, the basket boats, all the fresh seafood that you get from the central coast as well. And the third one is really a quintessential Hội An story, is the lanterns. So we called it Ritual of Light, and that is really telling the story of more mindful wishing on the river, the blessings, and also the lanterns in Hội An. And so we had those 3 stories, and every area that we worked on, we aligned with one of these stories to bring those stories to life in the spaces.
It sounds easy, but to my knowledge, because I have experience also in setting up, opening hotel and resort, it's not easy. Have you faced any challenges? I'm talking about different things. Talking, convincing the owner, investor, just to follow or right track, or then for operation, for setting up many just.
I would say good things don't always come easy, right? But we were very resilient from all parties, from the owner, really holding a clear vision, which was easy for us to follow and easy for us to collaborate with. From all the architects, interior designers and landscaping, because they were aligned with us on this vision and this mission. It's easier to discuss and negotiate when things don't go right. And then from our side as Lumina, we were holding the concept vision and being sure that we stay in alignment. So the challenges we faced, is kind of normal. It's like normal project challenges, and we had a clear vision, so it was easy when there is any disagreement that we can come back to the concept book and we can come back to the vision and we can make the best choices. So we faced challenges, but nothing we didn't get through, otherwise we wouldn't be here today.
That's why I have beautiful for us today. But a lot of people who follow and listen to our podcast today, and people working in the hospitality, the owner, investor or hotelier. So people want to hear from you the experiences, how we face, how we handle that one. Talking about that, sometimes Mr. Nam, also a friend of mine, very smart guy. He doing very successful in business, in the travel and the boat and cruise, many things. However, when they're talking the money, we're talking finance. Sometimes it's not easy to convince. Maybe Mr. Nam didn't approve what you want. Or Mian said that no, it's not what I want. And even when I work with many investors, they said today they just come back from Paris or from Middle East. They said, can I stay in beautiful hotel resort? I want to do this one, I want to do that one.
Yes.
And the day before, and they was in other place, and they like it. That means they take just from different hotel resort. They put, and they want you to follow. Sometimes it's nice, but it's messy.
Yes.
Did you face, or how you can convince the people?
I think the first thing that helped us to ease that was having a clear concept book in the beginning. So if you really make time to align the concept with you and the owner, you have a starting point that is the same and a future that is going to base on that. And secondly, I would say, for Mr. Nam, he's very practical. He's an operator, so he knows very well what is important to the guest and what areas, if we had to make decisions or compromise, where we can do that. So I think what worked really well here was that it was a co-creation. Where both parties really fight for what you think is right and compromise in places where you think you can. There's no other way.
Yes, because nothing is perfect and people have to compromise each other. But on the other side, sometimes when you work with architectures, when you work with inter-decoration people, and also we often say that they are quite stubborn also. They want to follow exactly what they want, and it's not easy to convince them to change. Even sometimes, no, it's not correct, and then
Yes.
they were very upset and disappointed. And how did you work with those people for this retreat?
We really started by inspiring them about the stories and the concept. And so we had very clear guidelines of what the vision was, what the material direction was, what the color scheme was, what the stories were. So we could always bring back to that when we were reviewing anything. We could say, this one's not matching the story. Can you try to tighten it a little bit? And also, because we spent time with the owner very clearly on concepting, we could actually select the right architect. To select an architect that does a modern building versus an architect that does sustainable design is two different styles for different projects. So with this in mind, we knew very clearly where we wanted to go. So we selected the right partners. And so I think, our partners are very aligned with our vision and our philosophy and the vision of the concept and the project. It makes it much easier. It takes away 50% of those headaches that you normally may face because there's not alignment in the vision or the design.
You're lucky to have the right partner
Yes.
or right architecture,
Yes.
so make your life easier. If you can share with us who are your architecture or interior
Yes.
decoration or
We're happy-
landscape or lighting, because I come here, I like the resort in general, and it's very unique design, and lighting is nice, and
Yes.
landscape also nice, but at the beginning something we need to improve also, but can you share?
Yes. So that we wanted someone based in Vietnam. We did not want to work with international partners because our story is a local story. So we worked with T3 Architects based in Saigon. They are a French architecture company, and they focus on bioclimatic and sustainable architecture. And then we worked with LJ Landscaping. They've got a South American background, but they also have their landscaping office here in Saigon. And they really have this understanding of a nature connection and reintroducing all this indigenous landscape, because this island had nothing on it before we came along. And then thirdly, French lighting studio, also based here in Vietnam, in Saigon. And they do all the lighting. And they've done that with a very strong sense of what is wellness. So they have also built different lighting stages throughout the day so that we can be in harmony with nature. So, each partner really had that philosophy or sense that is already natural to them. So our part was just keeping the story in shape.
I see.
Yeah.
The resort opened just only a few months, but when I came here, I see a lot of customers. And I came for breakfast, I see smiling face.
Yes.
Did you talk to them, or what the feedback from the customer?
Yes. So, different kind of customers. Let's say the regular guests have been very overwhelmed by the very thoughtful, caring people, very natural. The design and all the details to what they get in their room. They've really enjoyed that. In terms of like agents and operators that are coming through, they also see the potential for this in Hội An and a gap in the market on this river, and also really support the approach of sustainability, because more and more of their clients are asking these kind of things. What are your values, and is this property doing sustainability that we can support?
What I want to go more detail or deep, because this resort is quite unique. How you make it unique compared to other wellness resort in Vietnam? Because I stay also in many resort places in Vietnam, included Fusion brand, where you worked before, also wellness. What is make you different?
Yes, so with Namia, we wanted to focus strongly on Vietnamese heritage in well-being. So, for example, the Thuc Nam philosophy, or the traditional Vietnamese medicine philosophies, they are very prevalent in daily life in Vietnam and a way of treatment in Vietnam. but it doesn't get the visibility and awareness that you get in Thailand or Bali, that everybody says, I must go there. It's that treatment I'm going to have. So we wanted to really support to raise the visibility of Vietnamese wellness and how impactful it is, just as much as any other region, other spas in these regions or wellness in this region. So in our perspective, we decided to focus on southern herbology, or Thuc Nam, because Hội An particularly is very well known for all the fresh herbs and the organic gardens. So we've done an apothecary where we have a herbalist that also helps with the consultation, the prescriptions. Everything is really prescribed. And we have also been inspired by some Vietnamese traditions like sông, ngôi, the steaming therapy that is used if people were feeling flu, for example. And we've kind of modernized it in terms of using the traditional therapy, but in a hammam treatment room.
I see. What the feedback from the guests? And we're talking about Thuc Nam and all the herbs from the local here.
Yes, they are so inspired and mostly surprised. They didn't know that this level of wellness exists in Vietnam as a tradition. But in daily life, everybody knows about it.
So, talking about awareness, what is definition, what you mean the truly or authentic the wellness?
We really want to use products that are linked to herbs and herbal prescriptions, very natural products in that. And we want to follow treatments and protocols that are from Vietnam. So, for example, let's say like the Dien Chan, the facial acupressure. We work with a local Dien Chan trainer to implement that treatment, or we worked with a local herbalist to design the formulas in certain things. So to keep it authentic means local trainers, the specialists in that field, bridging them from there to the 5-star luxury, local products that are in that level.
How long does it take for your employee, your staff to learn and to be well trained and can serve the guests today?
In the spa, it would take 3 months generally, but we do it in small pieces, the quality very high. So generally they would learn some and then they would go out to practice that and then they would learn the next treatment. So you only get to the next treatment when you master the first one, and we take it step by step.
How many treatments do you have here?
We have around 8 treatments, if I'm not mistaken now. But we focus on quality rather than quantity in our treatments as well, because we really want the technique to be excellent, not have a big spa menu but less impact. And we give the guests 2 journeys that they could experience, one more for the body and the circulation of the body, or one more for the mind, which helps us to rest more and sleep better. So we really recommend the guests to repeat some of those treatments, because when you repeat it, just like meditation practice, you go deeper.
I see.
Yeah.
So, but with only 8 treatments, and then the resort Namia have about 60 villas. So 60 villa you have, if the resort is full, that means you have at least 120 or 110 people. How you can accommodate to people who want to take the spa wellness services?
Yes, sorry, I mean treatments on the menu, but treatment rooms we have more. So we have 8 herbal hammam steam rooms.
Okay,
yes.
Sorry.
And we still have single and double treatment rooms on top of that on the second floor.
I see.
In addition to 2 saunas and the cold plunge in the spa as well.
You have many year experiences for setting up and opening, because I want our audience to hear from you your experiences for setting up, for pre-opening, particular that's one. Yeah. How just challenge you face and what just people can learn from that one? Because maybe in the future a lot of investor owner also they come back to you, Michelle, can you help me to set up that one, to do that one, this one? Yeah.
In the project phase it's a little bit easier because everything you do is on paper. You know, the architecture drawings, the landscaping drawings, everything's on paper and it's more black and white. Even the pre-opening planning is black and white. But when you go into pre-opening, I would say there's a high level of trust that is needed to leave the GM and the operator to get through that phase. Because you have to, as a leader in that phase, be very resilient, and you don't necessarily follow step 1, 2, 3. Sometimes you have to move with the business and what's happening, and you can't always explain it. And there's a lot of intangible thing behind the scene that you have to do to be able to show one thing in the front. So I would say, you know, in the pre-opening phase, be patient, trust the process.
And be confident.
And confident. It's going to be okay eventually.
Yes. Even a lot of pressure.
Yes.
But I see you are smiling today, and
well, we were joking, you know, because we were saying before we were open, even up till the very last day, people would say, are you sure we're going to open? I said, I told you, we're opening tomorrow. Even you look here and you cannot believe it's possible, but we made it, yeah.
For the team or HOD or key person to join the team, how long before opening?
Yes, so depending on the positions, anything from 6 months to like 4 or 3 months, depending on which area. But let's say key HOD like finance and sales and HR maybe sooner, and other HOD a little bit later. But for us, we did around 6 months and 4 months.
6 months and 4 months.
Yes, and then 3 months supervisor and staff.
And for you, what position are key or priority to be on board first?
Sales. Because we have to start quite in advance. You know, finance and HR of course are really important, but sales and GM. Yeah.
Oh, I think when Zian just listens to our podcast, she must be very happy.
Yes. Well, she started really early. She already started March last year. So she's been with us for 1 year already.
March last year, that means
Yes.
just 1 year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she really started earlier than planned because we wanted to take the opportunity when we had it and not lose her.
Now I can understand why sometimes even it just open for a few months.
Yes.
I remember just
Where the occupancy came from.
83%, is it correct? The day I came. That means it's quite a successful.
Yes,
no? Yeah.
yes. And you know, we've only been open 3 months, but we've already had a full house. We've had buyouts. We've had a retreat. We've had multiple fam trips and journalists. So we're really fortunate. It somehow pushed us to experience all these different kind of things to be sure we are ready. Yeah, we can
are
be
talking
confident.
about the sale, and how about the marketing? How you handle with marketing team? How you are doing it? How come that just open and already have a lot of guests to come to resort?
So sales, Dian and myself worked already hard last year on a lot of this, and we also have sales representatives and PR on board last year. Most of the marketing we do in-house. It's our own team, and we have support to guide them, but all in-house. Because we really want to keep the authenticity in our voice and in the stories that we share. So we really are able to do all of that in-house. So we do our own creative direction in terms of photo and video shoots as well. We have people coming in that support us.
Only
on that.
when you have the in-house team, and they can understand, they can get just truly what you want and easy to chase. Otherwise, if from outside, it's not easier.
From outside, I would say efficiency is okay, but living the philosophy and understanding the heart of the business and really caring about it like it's our own. When we talk on social media, it's a different story if we are that person compared to someone that's pushing out social media. Yeah.
How many people in your sales section, or how many people in the marketing department?
We are a small team. We are only 5 people.
Only
Yeah.
5 people.
Yeah, yeah.
But
5
they work
people,
quite,
social
efficiently,
media,
yeah.
graphics, copywriting, everything in-house.
I see. The resort is about 60 villas and with outlet. In total, how many people you have today, and what you plan for the future in total for employee?
Yes, so we're planning around 180 people. So, that is, let's say, 3-1 more or less. But also understanding that we have a spa inclusive or wellness inclusive concept. So we have a large part sitting in the spa.
Any problem with approving many guy budget with Mr. Nam or not? You want more and Mr. Nam said no, less?
No, I think Mr. Nam is also in the industry, so he's more understanding maybe than people that are not from the industry. But at the same time, it's about the ratio, not about the number. If you can make more revenue, you can have more staff. So prove you can make the revenue and then ask for the staff.
I totally agree with you guys. Okay, talking about the budget, whether it's challenging or easy to get approved from owner for budget.
I think, we've been on this journey already for 5 years. So there's a deep trust between the owner and us already to understand where we're going and what we expect and what we believe is possible here. So I think it wasn't difficult here because we already know and understand what we are thinking because we've been doing it for a long time. Yeah.
It's very good to
so
hear
we are
that.
very, that's why I say it's a new approach. It's more co-creative, than and be part of the process. There's an understanding by the time we come to the budget. It's not something new on the table.
It is the key to success.
I think
Just
so.
for people to understand.
A different way, yeah.
So we talk about pre-opening, we're talking about the concept, we're talking a lot of things, but now I would like you to tell our people about the resort itself.
Yes.
What kind of service or what blah blah blah, and the chance for you to tell the people about.
Yes. So Namia River Retreat is set on this beautiful Thu Bồn River in Hội An. And we have a private islet on the river where it's exclusive for hotel guests, public cannot access. And on the islet we have 60 private pool villas. Both are facing this Nipa palm forest and facing the riverfront too. All the rooms are open plan with a sunken bathtub and a private pool, outdoor showers and very spacious facilities, telling different design stories depending on the location. The resort includes 90 minutes of wellness per person per day, really focused on traditional Vietnamese experience, made up of 30 minutes Vietnamese herbal hammam and 60 minutes of traditional spa therapy. This wellness philosophy is extended into their stay, that they can do daily yoga classes, meditation practices, mindfulness rituals, all included in the room rate. The other branch is really all around culture and sustainability. We offer in our restaurants a really authentic Vietnamese cultural experience in terms of food as well, being able to experience the local flavors, but also sourcing from a lot of local food artisans to work with us to get that quality and that unique products and support the local community, and different cultural experiences included in their stay. Particular popular is our Sunset River Cruise. We have our own shuttle boat that we shuttle the guests to town, or they can do an inclusive sundowner cruise in the evening. And we also have a guided bicycle trail because all the villas come with a bamboo bicycle. And we take them into Hội An in the early morning light, or into the rice fields and the paddies past the buffaloes. We take them somewhere very simple and authentic, but help them to see Hội An in a different light, the way we see it as locals.
Actually, I had the chance to experience such kind of tour,
Yes.
and on bicycle and bamboo one to go
Lovely.
to the market and to Hội An town,
Yeah.
and also along the rice field is beautiful and it's very pleasant and quite unique experiences. However, also I experienced the basket boat tour
Yes.
on the river.
Yes.
It's nice,
Yes.
but I have one comment.
Yes,
because
please
I
do.
think that maybe nobody tell you or somebody already
You're
told
welcome.
you. Along the river, it's beautiful and nice, but still you see all the rubbish, plastic, So it challenge for you also.
Yes,
If
yes.
only few things they can ignore, but a lot of things in the future, that means the problem. So we are talking about sustainability.
Absolutely, yeah.
So we need to educate not only the resort employee, also the guests also, or the resident who living
The
here.
community,
Correct?
yeah.
I noticed today.
Yes, absolutely. And it's a daily challenge. We have our own small boat that we have to go around to clear, but it's a daily challenge. So still a lot of work to continue to be done in terms of raising awareness for that. Absolutely.
Besides that, another thing I like it.
However. No, good. Thank you so much.
Privacy. I like here. It's very quiet, nice landscape, and the view and river. Even Nipa view also.
Yes.
The design, the room is nice. One more to improve.
Yes, please
Just because
do.
we are here to share experiences and knowledge with people.
Improvements are ongoing, so
Yes.
feel free. Yes.
Yeah. The privacy between the villa and villa.
Yes.
It's very nice, beautiful. The
Yes,
swimming
yes.
pool and the river, but
Yes.
between the two villa,
Yes.
I wish if you can have the more the plant or the tree, whatever.
Yes. So our landscaping, will take a little bit of time to grow, but we have a temporary solution to support a more fixed partition between there until that time. So you're totally correct. We have already actioned that on the way.
Very good.
Yes, yes.
So my advice for investor, for owner who want to have resort and hotel to be been, but mostly resort. Sometimes you have planned
Yes.
in advance,
Yes.
when in advance for the tree, and it's very important.
Yeah.
But I believe that next year, this resort going to be more and more beautiful, and more guests. One thing my concern.
Yes.
I'm afraid that next year when I call you, I said to Michelle, can you make the booking for me? And Michelle said, no, I'm sorry, we are fully booked.
I'm sorry to say, I hope that's the problem. I hope so.
Because I see here is unique design and good
Thank you.
quality, and your staff is very charming, very hospitable, and hardworking also. And they serve the guests from their heart.
That's Hội An people,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. I like
Yeah.
it very much.
Yeah.
So we talk about resort, talk many things. I think that people can get a lot of just idea about the well-being, wellness resort. What do you see how the Vietnamese people react to the wellness here in the place we used to work before and this place?
When we started wellness here at Namia, it was during COVID, right? And at that time, wellness was not really so interesting. It was just before COVID, and it wasn't like a strong sales point yet, I would say. But then after COVID, the Vietnam's wellness awareness has grown so fast, and you can see now most places start to understand the value of wellness to be included or to be a part of a stay. So I think it's the trend. It has to be there. Yeah.
It is the trend. How you see the trend in 5 years or 10 years in Vietnam? I'm talking about the wellness hospitality.
Yes. My wish is that Vietnam offers wellness inclusive everywhere. In this spirit of generosity of Vietnamese culture, I would love if we just say, in 5 years' time, if you come here, most luxury hotels include wellness for you as part of the stay. And that can really set us apart from Thailand and Bali.
So the last advice for the young people who want to pursue the career in the hospitality
Yes,
or in the wellness hospitality, what you would advise the young generation?
Yes, I think you really need to have a passion for it and a passion for people, because it's hard work, it's stressful at times, but you get your rewards from the guest. And when the guests are happy and you feel happy, you can overcome many things. But if you don't have that, you can't be in hospitality, and you will face many challenges and decide to leave. So if you truly have a passion for people and caring for people, go for it. Yeah.
Thank you. And so what you want to say to our audience? What you want to say?
Yes, so come and visit us, please. Yes, we're just really happy to share this story of Vietnam and hope that what we've done here can really be a showcase for Hội An and something that they can really be proud of. And we can share this culture and hospitality, Vietnamese hospitality, with the world.
We talk many things about the Namia River Retreat, nice, unique resort, and also nice guest. But I'm sure that just for pre-opening, we face also some difficulties, or either any bad experience you face with the guests, and how you can make it or handle it, return from negative point to positive point. What we often do in the hospitality.
Yes.
Any guests come here? Any guests come here to complain?
Yes.
Michelle, it is not what I expected when it's here. I don't like the way you give on the local ingredient or whatever. Just or they said the food not up to my expectation.
Okay, I see where you go. Yeah. Okay. No, I would say in the restaurant, when you try to change a different mindset, we do some things differently, and maybe when guests come, they still expect the same. And that is the challenge that we have to face, to see how we can still pioneer something new, but also still meet the expectations of the guest. So in our breakfast particularly, we've gone smaller with the breakfast than most hotels. And our vision was to be more sustainable and to be more focused on quality than quantity. If we are new and we're not explaining that vision, guests may not understand. And they would say, I need more variety in a luxury 5-star hotel. But if we explain the vision and we explain the concept linked to that and how we are sourcing these local artisans to bring that, we can overcome it. But it takes an education and takes time and persistency to get through that. Yes.
I get your point.
Yeah.
Actually, this morning, Madame Hong,
Yes.
the resort manager,
Yes.
she came to ask me. She said, brother, can I have one question? Can you answer me, or can you just explain to me, tell me? Some of the Vietnamese people to come to resort, they said that the variety of the breakfast here is not so large. And what do you think about that one?
Yes.
I said that we have to listen to our customer, but you don't care about the variety of the item.
Yeah.
You should care about the quality.
Yes.
To be honest with you, that the breakfast here, if you want to compare with the top or 5-star resort, of course, variety of the breakfast item is limited compared with. However, we had talked about the quality, we had talked about the item, the ingredient, what are they? And then I confirmed so that the quality is very good one.
Yes.
Even you have on the local, but the top quality, safe item, and accept the ingredient, even vegetable, the way you select, the way you choose. It's challenging for you guys, but you should go more for quality instead of quantity. And also for sustainable, we are talking about.
Yes.
If you have many items people don't use, it's waste.
Yes.
And it's not good also. And
Yes.
here the concept of
Sustainability.
Namia is
Yes.
sustainability, correct?
Yes. And also it may look less, but we have a second volume in the fridge or in a different way that we're not putting it all out on the buffet, and at the end we have a lot of wastage. And, you know, the challenges of finding these local suppliers, you know, a lot of these small local suppliers that are making really beautiful things, you know, might not have the right paperwork, or they need this, and you have to connect them with someone to be able to make it happen. You know, if we commit to local cheese, it's very easy to put an imported cheese there, but we don't want to. We want to commit to local cheese. And so that's a very important thing to say, okay, it's less, but this cheese is really artisans in Vietnam.
But how you are controlling the quality, and I'm talking also about the healthy product and...
Yes. This takes definitely more time. The chef, obviously, she has to be much more involved in sourcing and purchasing and speaking to our suppliers, because the supplier might tell you that it is, but it's not. So you really have to go to the source. So even in purchasing or in kitchen, my hope is that when a guest asks us, what is this, where is it from, we can say, this farm, this supplier in Vietnam, exactly knowing who is the source of this food. Yeah.
But how you just get such a kind of source? How you know this artisan, how you know that this local supplier, and how you can own the people can supply you? And
well, because I'm a resident of Hội An
for 20 years.
So, the people in the town, you know what people are creating and what they are making. And our chef is Hội Anian too, so she knows, the farmers and the fishermen and the duck farms, for example. So it's really, that is the kind of sourcing we want to do, not necessarily with the bulk suppliers that are easier. It's harder, but we need to have relationships. We need to go and spend our time to go check. We need to spend time to meet them and hear their story, because that's what's important to us. Yeah.
I see. What resort in mind you like it in Vietnam? Besides Namia.
Yes, I would say there's two that I would go to for my breaks. So one is I like to go and if I'm nearby, I want to go to Verdana to hide out there on the lagoon. And the other one is in Mango Bay. I really like the natural setting on the beach. So these are the two that I enjoy. Maybe if we work in high-end 5-star, it's not the kind of service I want when I travel. I like something more laid back.
I was in Mango Resort in Phu Quoc also.
Yes.
I like the way it's just the concept.
It's lovely,
of
simple
being
and
with,
beautiful.
in nature.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for being with us today, and thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Thank you again for your time.
Thank you for having us. So lovely to chat today.
Thank you.
Thank you.